Time for another epic climb, this time going up to the highest point of Gran Canaria, Pico de las Nieves, Peak of the Snow, with a height of 1,949 meters, is right at the center of the island, meaning that you can tackle this climb from different parts of the island. The most popular cycling routes goes from Maspalomas, Mogan, but in this route we will tackle it from the north, following the roads of GC15, GC600 and GC130. Haribo Pico to go up to the peak. We're in some altitude.
We're already on 1780 meters of elevation.
We're going today to the highest point of the island, Pico de las Nieves. Most of the highest plateau is occupied by a military base, including a large ball-shaped radar. Civilian visitors are allowed to enter the platform somewhat below the base, from which half of the island as well as Tenerife's Pico del Teide is visible. The most distinctive feature is Roquenublo monolith, the second highest peak of the island. Time for a coffee break. This is what they call café cortado or con leche or bonbon, I don't know, different names. So this is like a condensed milk, like a sweet milk, and then you have the coffee and then just stir it and mix it together. Time to descend from the peak of snow to the sun, following GC65 to Vecindario in the south of the island. This road has undergone a makeover and is perfect for beginners at descending like myself. Not much chance to practice descending here in the Netherlands. With perfectly smooth tarmac most of the way and a steady downward gradient, the landscape is amazing with red cliffs and volcanic panorama. Energized for the last climb of the day, as always in Gran Canaria, is going down and then up again, so make sure to bring the right gears. Day 4, visiting the most iconic places in the north of the island, starting with the capital of the island, Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, and cycling all the way to the village of Agaete in the northwest. We followed the Autovía del Norte GC2, the motorway that runs by the seaside from Las Palmas all the way up to the village of Agaete in the north. After talking with the guys of the local bike shop and doing some research, we found out that you can cycle on the motorway, so-called autovías, provided that you ride on the hard shoulder, the Arsene, and it's restricted to cyclists over 14 years old of age. It is forbidden, however, to ride on the highways. We were surprised about the number of cyclists we bumped into the Autovía del Norte. It was a good sign to know that we were not the only ones riding on this road. Agaete is one of the areas of the island that has maintained its essence 100%. The valley of Agaete is known for its coffee, so it was a logical stop for a coffee break. We stopped in a small cafe in Puerto de las Nieves, the fisherman district, where you can also take the ferry to the neighbor island of Tenerife. Coffee break here in Agaete. So this is the part of the island that is at the north, so at the very top. So we are cycling here today and now the way back home. As you can see, all the houses are Greek style, like white and blue. Yeah, so let's see how the rest of the day goes. On the way back, we took some side roads to visit the iconic villages of Moya and Arucas. On the way to Moya, we saw plenty of archaeological sites of the Aborigines of the Canary Islands. The views from the village of Moya are pretty spectacular. You have a full view of the seaside and the Barranco de Moya as it sits on a cliff. We are now in Moya, just did this descent and then another descent towards Arucas and continuing on the road. Final stop, Arucas, famous for its rum, with the oldest rum distillery in Europe, closely linked to the history of sugarcane production in the island in the colonial times, and a beautiful church, normally referred as cathedral because of its size and impressive Gothic style. We are in Arucas, where the rum comes from. You can go to the church or you can have rum. Depends what's your cup of tea.
One or both.
Yeah, some rum, and then you can go to church to confess your sins. The cycling trip gave me a completely new perspective of the island where I grew up, discovering new places and routes where I've never been. Definitely the best way of exploring is by bike. Thanks for watching, amigos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button below. It really helps to support the channel. See you soon and ride the bus.